Hey everybody, this is Arthur. How you doing this morning? I haven't made a lot of videos recently. This might be a long video, it might be a short video, we'll see. But I can finally address a major shift that has occurred. As of July 31st, I'm no longer with MassResistance. They are still the international group, pro-family group that makes the difference. They still have a profound and fundamental commitment to fighting LGBT perversion. They are still forging ahead, but my time with them has come to an end. I'm looking forward to this new chapter of life. It's interesting. It's going to be challenging. I'm sure a lot of you can relate when there were major shifts in your life path. But I know that all things work together for good to those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. We receive that gift of righteousness because of all that Jesus did at the cross. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor a seed begging bread. It is so important now more than ever that we understand those secure promises. I'm glad to be able to move on. I think there is a broad disregard for truth in our society, and we need to take a stand for truth. We need to have the courage to say the obvious, and we shouldn't allow people to resist or refrain from telling the truth because they're afraid of retaliation, of reproach, of remonstrance of any kind. We live in an unprecedented time where freedom has been restored considerably in the social media space, in the public arena. We have a president who clearly declares that there are only two sexes. He has stopped promoting Pride Month. Earlier this year, you had professional baseball players with the San Francisco Giants who changed their hats. So instead of promoting pride, they were promoting God's grace. They wrote Genesis 9:13 on their hats so that they could push aside the LGBT propaganda and instead promote the gospel. Good news, the truth. We need a restoration in this country. We need to say restore. Isaiah 22 verse 22. And no one says restore. Not just conserve, but restore. And that's something I feel very strongly about. We need restoration. It's not reaction, it's restoration. It's reordering. It's renewal. That should be our theme. There are two other scriptures that come to mind. The first one is in Genesis, when God says to Abram, go out of your country, leave your family, and leave your father's house. And in Hebrew, there's a phrase, lek leka, which is go out yourself, you go. And Abraham didn't know where he was going, but he knew who was taking him. That's how I feel in one sense. Another verse that has stood out for me is Acts 27:32. Paul was telling the Romans, the Roman centurion and guard who were taking him to Rome, because remember, he was under arrest and he had appealed to Caesar. Paul had warned the captain of the ship and the centurion not to travel out at that time. Terrible storm had taken over and they had been blown off course. And Paul said to them, if you don't stay in the ship, you'll die, in spite of all the storm that was going on. So the Roman soldiers, they cut the ropes for the lifeboats and they let them go. And in a way, that's what's happened with me. There was a safety and a security that I've had for a long time as far as the path that I had been taking. That has changed, but it's been all about seeing who's the captain of the ship and allowing him to take a greater course, and that's Jesus. He's the one who should be the captain of our souls, not us. We can't do it. So that's where I'm at today. And let me just recap. I'm proud of the work that I did for MassResistance. I encourage all of you to continue to support MassResistance. reach out to them online, visit their website. You can write to the president, Brian Kamaker. I esteem him very much. He played such a large role in my life journey and in my walk. The 8 years that I served as a director for MassResistance have been great years, all blessed by God, all part of his plan. There are so many things, so many good things that happened to me as a director for MassResistance, and I'm so grateful. And I wrote all of this at length for him because I wanted him to know how much it meant to me that he gave me the opportunity to be an organizer and a director for an international group that he has founded, headed, and run for over 30 years. Again, I encourage all of you, stay in touch with MassResistance. Their mission has not changed. My mission has. But my commitment to standing for truth, to rejecting the promotion and proliferation of homosexuality, the normalization of transgenderism, I have not abandoned those views by any stretch. We have to stand for truth. We have to make every militant effort to promote the truth. We should not be afraid to do so. The recognized import of family, of the natural family, and of the natural order, that has increased considerably in our time. And I imagine in the national elections to follow, and even local elections, as American citizens become more aware of how destructive the abortion culture has become, or the promotion of homosexuality and transgenderism have become in our times, that there will be a growing turn against all of it and a restoration of a natural law and a natural order in our country. And I am here to assist with that in every way I can. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for following, and stay in touch.